So what's the deal with sugar? Don't feel bad if you have got a sweet tooth. We are actually internally wired to seek out sugar. And this is a design of our bodies to keep us alive. You know, in ancient times when we were hunters and gatherers, you needed to be able to find foods that contain sugar and find that sweetness in order to stop you from starving. So, you know, it's intrinsically built into us to look for sugar and to have a palate for sugar. The problem that we have now is that you are literally never any more than a few meters away from sugar. And so what that has meant is that we just consume far too much of it. And it's also what we've done to sugar. You know, in nature you find sugar in whole fruits, and we never had any such thing as a juicer to extract just the sugar out of the fruit and leave the fiber behind. You know, we ate the whole piece of fruit with all the vitamins, all the minerals, all the fiber and the sugar. Whereas now we have processed sugars, we have fake sugars, artificial sugars. There is, you know, and everything has sugar in it. Goodness, they even put sugar in tomato sauce and other sauces and all those sorts of things. You know, if you've not done this before, start to look at labels and you'll start to notice how much sugar is in things. And it's really important to become aware of how much sugar you are consuming, because what sugar does is it stops us from burning fat. When you are in sugar or carb burning mode, you cannot burn your fat stores. And you know, you say, oh, that's okay because, you know, I'm really thin anyway. But we are actually designed to, from time to time, burn up fat and do like a fat exchange. You know, you'll put on a bit of fat and then you burn that off and you'll put on new fat. We shouldn't ever be holding on to the same fat all the time and adding to that and adding to that and adding to that. And that has become a real problem in society. We have massive obesity problems, and fat stores toxins. So if you're not ever getting rid of that, it means you're getting a toxic buildup in your body that you're never getting rid of. And so in order to burn fat, you need to eliminate sugars for a period of time. You know, it can be really difficult to do because sugar is actually quite addictive. You know, and especially all the processed sugars that are out there. And that is one reason why they are in absolutely everything. It is because it sells a product again and again and again. And, you know, when you look at the food industry, they do not have your health interests at heart. They want to sell a product, and the more of it that you eat, the more of it they can sell. So that is one of the reasons why you'll find sugar in so many things, because it makes things palatable, desirable, makes you want to eat more of it. And this is a real phenomenon that I discovered for myself when going off of sugar. The more that you eat of it, the more that you want. And when you go off of it, you have this period where, you know, you may find it really hard to resist sweet things. But once your palate changes, you actually don't desire sugar as much. And then you can flip it back simply by starting to eat sugar again, and you'll find that the more sweet things you eat, the more that you desire. So it's a really, really powerful substance. So I want to encourage you to just have a look at how much sugar you consume. How much processed sugar do you eat? And can you reduce it in some way? Can you swap it out for other things? Swap it out for whole foods. You know, one of the best ways to kick the sugar habit is to get rid of all sugar in your diet except fruit, and just go through a period of time where the first thing you do when you get up in the morning is you eat fruit, and you can just eat fruit all morning until lunchtime if you want, because that satiates that need for sweetness, but it helps to reduce the cravings for other sweet things while you transition. And then you can transition into a period where you don't have any fruit and you don't have any other sugars, and that really helps to change your palate. And this is going to be a new program that I bring out in the near future on, you know, how to kick sugar, how to change your palate, how to learn how to not so much control cravings, but to reduce cravings and really change your relationship with food. Because for many of us, we live to eat. And what we need to learn to do is eat to live. And, you know, we're never ever very far away from food, and we probably eat far more than we need to. And one of those reasons is because we have sugar cravings and carbohydrate cravings, which carbs turn into sugar in your body. And it just becomes a perpetual cycle that you feel hungry, but you not necessarily are actually hungry. It's just that you're craving things. So I hope that gives you a little bit of light on sugar, and, you know, gives you some kind of, you know, information on what you can do to help try and reduce your sugar in your diet.